Yo, Wagwan people, it's your boy Jason Gooner back again with some live content for the people. Yeah, we're there in the building, Jason Gooner TV. Just want to welcome everybody back to the channel. Been a little while since I did a live show, had a very busy week. You don't know, Jason Gooner is a family man. I was very busy with the family this week, dealing with some things, got everything sorted out. So we're back again with some live content, people, in the late night hours. You don't know. Yeah, man, big up yourself. Fresh God in the building, always a check-in. Bless up, bro. With Debout. Yeah, so this evening, people, you don't know, it is Friday night. So you know, say, it is the EPL preview time and the predictions time. So we're going to go through the games like we always do for sure. Talk about what we think will happen in the fixtures and everything. Definitely, we did have a game today. So we're going to just briefly touch on that as well. Just gonna let the show get started up, let some people join in. I know it's a little bit late, especially if you live on the East Coast, almost 11 o'clock right now. So you don't know anybody up watching now, that is wonderful. Obviously, if you are, you don't know, hit the like button so people can even know so what they're about. Yeah, man, big up yourself, Float. Yeah, make them know fresh, make them know. Float said 3-1 over Bournemouth. Yes, Float, at that one pre, you know. 3-1. Would I like that. So yeah, Arsenal versus Bournemouth. We'll go through the game then, Float, yeah, man. So if you're there around and you just want reason about some football for a little minute, we'll just go have a nice show. Not even know how long I'm gonna run it for, but you don't know. Have some other things I want to talk about as well. JPL semi-finals coming up. Definitely had a chance to watch the quarterfinal games. Thought the second legs, the first game especially was a little bit cagey. I thought the Waterhouse Tivoli game was a little more open. But the Portmore Arnett game was a little more tactical of a game. But yeah, we're going to touch briefly on the JPL games that I got a chance to see and try to also talk about the semifinals that we have coming up as well. We had the young Reggae boys in action. Obviously, we had the U18s off in Turkey, and they were able to finish out their tour with a victory. So that was a big deal for them. And of course, the U17s currently playing a series of friendlies against Trinidad and Tobago. Had their first game today. Have another one on Sunday. So I was just going to touch briefly on that as well as we go through the show. And of course, Jamaicans worldwide. Just check in and see what everyone going to be up to this week. See if anybody played this week already gone. Just check in on that. Yes, so you don't know, people, as you check into the building, please like the video. Yeah, Jason Gooner recently started a channel, people, and definitely trying to find that balance of when I can create content for you guys and obviously still function in my regular life. But I want to big up YouTube, people. YouTube did tell me that I now can receive super chats, so that is amazing. So I want to respect everybody for just reaching out, subscribing, sharing up the content, liking it, responding in the comment section, and keeping the conversation going, because clearly them think that we can do that, you know. So yeah, if you can utilize that feature, people, be the first. You can say, yeah, man, I'm me first drop one of them upon Jason Gooner TV. But Fresh Cat say, Barnes, they don't have what it takes to go to the championship. Them get smashed in them face. Yeah, man. But I watch that game then, man. But I watch that game then, and I watch the midfield, and I say, boy, John Russell could have added something to that midfield, you know. But the coach don't see it that way. And the two sub them when bring on actually create the one goal with them score, to be honest. Because the striker went forward for Cole score, and the midfielder will come on and play the pass to him. Richard Crawford. He left out the fire emoji this time, Richard Crawford. What go on? Usually it's just the name and the fire emoji them. A year style that. You switch it up tonight. Jarastafari same way. The sub and the two sub them combine. But yeah. So, all right. What am I going to do, people? I'm going to close the show off with the EPL run through and the predictions in. First, I'm going to go through the JPL. So obviously the semifinals will be Sunday. Semi-finals will be on Sunday. We have the matchup of Arnett Gardens and Cavalier. And then you have also Waterhouse versus Mount Pleasant. So, of course, people, as you know, last week was the second leg. It was Monday. Wait, was Monday? Yeah, Monday night, second leg. And Arnett got the better of Portmore after 1-1 in the first leg. It was 1-0, Fabian Reed in the 89th minute. So, really tight game. I thought Arnett probably edged the play over the overall course of play. Of course, Dixon had that double chance hitting the bar and then the rebound as well, missing the rebound. In the second half, when the substitution was made, Dixon, well, first and foremost, I have to say that Xavier Gilbert did make a tactical change from the first game. Looked like he went with Dixon more central with Reed. And, I think it gave Dixon more joy. I don't think that Reed was as comfortable playing with the striker alongside him. I thought it did open up some areas in Dixon's game, made him get a little more freedom, and also didn't have to focus so much on getting back and helping out his fullback. So you got to see him attacking more. So I thought that was a good tactical move by Xavier Gilbert. Also, Russell could not focus so much on just Reed because he had the double threat of Reed and Dixon. So where they tried to man mark and kind of have Stephen Young be able to float, Stephen Young was also occupied by a striker most of the time. So I thought that tactical switch was good. And of course, as you know, I see Fresh God mentioned in there about the middle struggle with the four central midfielders. Yeah, but you see, I think what it did though, while it did maybe make them not as fluid through the midfield, you definitely saw a difference in the threat in terms of just the runner play getting chances, because I thought they created a lot of chances in the game. Portmore, on the other hand, similar to the first leg, most things came to Marshall. If Marshall played a through pass, something happened. If Marshall was able to get away from a defender, something happened. So, there were pros and cons to switching to the 4-4-2. I thought it was able to stretch Portmore's defense a little more. Rousseau and Young, I thought, were really connected in the first game, and they got more stretched in the second game. And I think it was mainly due to the runs being a little bit different because it was two strikers instead of one. But when the substitution was made, I remember I took off Dixon, and he also took off was one of the midfielders, I believe, and he brought on Shea Smith and Arboin. And basically the goal they scored was the two substitutes combining, getting down the flank, and then Shea Smith with a great cross along the ground to Reed. So kudos to the coach making the two subs kind of create the goal. Smith to Arboin, back to Smith, cross into Reed. So yeah, that was Owen. Wagwan. Yeah, man, like up the video, bro. Just break down the week and thing. Never really make much content. So I'm just want to give the people a rundown of what did go on from my perspective, right? So yeah, that was pretty much the Arnett Portmore game. So hats off to Arnett making it to the semifinals. I think this is what, back-to-back seasons now, making it to the semifinals. So good run. Two different coaches as well, because of course T-Gat was there last year. So yeah, so next game was Waterhouse and Tivoli. So of course this one was also tied up 1-1, so all to play for a second leg. And they say the stars should come out in the playoffs, right? And of course Waterhouse, two leading goal scorers, Javane Bryan, Andre Fletcher, both on the score sheet for a 2-0 victory. Now this game, even though it was 2-0 on the score sheet, I thought that Tivoli's attack and attackers should feel like they let the team down, because while Waterhouse did have two good moves for their goals, well, one was really given to them, actually, the one that Brian scored, well taken, but it was very avoidable. Pennycook was too casual in the box, just didn't realize where he was, where his surroundings were, took a loose touch, passed into Brian, good composure, kind of, searched for the opening and then found the top corner with a nice shot. So good finish from Brian to make it 1-0. And then the second goal was really nice as well. Brian escaped down the left, kind of cut it back. I think it was Jibison who played it across, and then one touch and a nice, neat left foot finish by Fletcher to make it 2-0. So at that point, the game was looking like it might just be going Waterhouse's way altogether. But, even boxed into those goals, Tivoli had some good openings, good chances, just missing crosses by a little bit. Can't get on the end of a through pass that would have been opening the defense up. But in the second half, they started to connect some of those passes, and they really had some good chances. I remember a chance across the 6-yard box on the ground, and the player just could not get a clean contact on it. I remember the corner or a cross came in, guy went up for the header. It actually struck the Tivoli player first and then hit the Waterhouse player. I hear a lot of people saying that's a stonewall, red card, and all these things. But, I think it would have been harsh to give that penalty, especially without VAR. That would have had to be seen on the fly. And I think the ref actually did well not to call it because it did hit the Tivoli player arm before hitting the Waterhouse player arm. So, but I think Tivoli had enough chances. I know a lot of people are upset with Wait because they said he tinkered with the lineup too much, maybe had done playing too far from the goal. That's one thing I didn't understand either. I mean, if Dunn is the leading goal scorer in the league, it's like you're taking him away from those areas, and I wonder if some of those chances across the box are even just some of the plays, some of the runs that were made. Maybe if it's done making those runs is a different result. But hindsight is 2020 at the end of the day. And I have to just analyze it from this perspective. And that's just what I see. I would probably not have moved on into another position. But look, live to fight another day. I will also look at it from another angle from Mr. Waite. Mr. Waite was doing a favor to the under-20 program because he can't coach the JPL playoffs and coach the under-20, which is coming up pretty soon. So we need to get prepared for that. So, yeah, so he wanted to go and do his other job. So we appreciate that patriotism there from Jerome Waite. But in all seriousness, hats off to Marcel Gill getting over the line for Waterhouse, getting into the semifinals. So, of course, they get the prize of facing Mount Pleasant, the I guess what you would call Mount Pleasant now, the Manchester City of the league. They have everybody at their disposal, all the players, right? So yeah, that should be two really good matchups. I think one thing that I want to point out from just what I witnessed from the quarterfinal stage, I have to say good job by the organizers getting the people in the stadium. I think Sabina had a very good atmosphere. First and second leg, I thought it was really good. Of course, now you have the added bonus of the Mount Pleasant fan base, because one thing I can tell you is, there were more people in the stadium for the quarterfinals, I think, than the semis last year. Maybe not the finals. But Mount Pleasant had a majority of the fans at last year's events during these playoffs. So this will be the first time now this Sunday where we get to see Mount Pleasant fans into the mix of what was already good turnouts for the Waterhouse and the Arnett teams respectively. So, I'm expecting big crowd Sunday. I want to say the Arnett and Cavalier game is first, but you can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think either way, it's going to be a good turnout for both games. I'm sure that the organizers have some stuff in store for before the game so that they can get the people in. Because I know that, one of the main selling points of Christopher Williams and the organization is the link between the music and the football. So I know that will be in the mix as well to get people in there. But I know the times are 5 and 8. So that would be 6 and 9. Where I am on the East Coast in the United States. So I will be tuned in for that, people. And just to give some quick predictions, not really going to break it down too heavy right now, but quick predictions for the first leg, because it's 2 legs in the semi. The first game I think will be a KG1. I do think it will be, I'm going to say the Arnett Cavalier game will be a KG1. I think it will be maybe I'll say a 1-1 in the first game or I don't see it's the first game, but the first leg for that tie, I think it will be a 1-1. And then for the Waterhouse Mount Pleasant game, Mount Pleasant, they don't really lose and they don't concede a lot most of the time. Waterhouse have the confidence, just get through a semi-final. I think Pleasant going to create chances on them. I'm going to say 2-1 Mount Pleasant in the next game. So 1-1 and 2-1, I go with people. 2-1 Mount Pleasant and 1-1 in the other game with Arnett and Cavalier. So yes, people, that's the JPL. Definitely gonna touch back on that after the game so we can just see how the semi-finals went. I will be tuning in Sunday evening for sure. All right, so moving right through, people. We don't want to spend forever. It's a late night and you don't know tomorrow is another day. But we wanted to give you guys something to watch back. So if you happen to catch this tomorrow morning, the next day, whenever you watch this, remember to like the video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Share it around to some people you may know. Let them know that there's another well-spoken individual in the space here to discuss football. And you don't know, it's going to be from a Jamaican's perspective. And we're going to talk about some Jamaican things as well. So all the people, and some people are telling me, boy, you need for us to do Arsenal, and you need for us to do EPL, and you need for yo, listen. I have a plan, people. My plan is just to talk about the things we normally talk about. This is what I would normally be talking about. Reggae Boyz, JPL, EPL, Championship, just football in general. Yeah, they all over the place. I play ball. We're going to bring it to the table and let people know and just highlight some of the good things going on. And, obviously, life is about balance. So there might be some bad things that we have to talk about. But, yeah, man, we're going to keep it positive for the most part. You don't know. All right, so next thing we want to touch on, people, is the topic of the JFF and the U teams and the activity lately. So obviously, big story about a week ago now. The U18 Reggae Boyz went to Turkey for the UEFA Friendship Tournament. And of course, we played Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Mali, and the last game we got to play was against Ecuador. So we lost the first game 2-1 to Saudi Arabia, missed a penalty in that game, could have drew that game. We lost 10-1 to Turkey. So very, very humbling experience for the boys, I'm sure. And in the third game, we played Mali and we lost 1-0. Now, Mali did end up the eventual winners of the tournament as well. Did actually see that somebody has posted that game. So I could have swore I saw it today going through. So yeah, I can't remember where I saw it though, but big up whoever posted that, because I did see that somebody had it showing, but I can't remember who. I did see it though. I just didn't have time to watch it then, but I definitely clicked on it so that I can, it will be in my history and I see it again. So okay, yeah. See, fresh to MG posted it. So big up to MG for posting that. Definitely going to watch that. I had wanted to see that team play just at some point, and all I was getting was scores and pictures. So yeah, man, glad that is around and I can watch that. I will definitely watch that at some point this weekend. Yeah, so the U18, what I really wanted to say about that was, look, I think I am just happy that the JFF is actually trying to do something in terms of getting some kind of development going. As far as the selection process and all those things and who got to go, I don't really know much about how the team was chosen. I've heard different things. Like I've heard that, this is like some of the players that maybe didn't make the cut for the U17 or were young enough to play, too old to play U17, but not quite good enough to play the U20 the last go around. My only question to that is, if we had a U17 team that's now U18, why wouldn't we just lean more on the U17 team that we had instead of taking a deck set of players to go and get some exposure now? So I think the positive for me is that they're finding opportunities and ways to get the kids some games and get them a way to go and travel and play and bond and build that chemistry and camaraderie, right? The other part about it that I don't love is like, I don't know if it makes much sense to take the next set of players that didn't quite make it because the players that did make it, if they're still playing right now and you went to a tournament with them and they built some kind of chemistry, why not take that same team and try to build on the next time? Because they will eventually play some U20s. You know what I'm saying? So, I would just like to get an idea from maybe some of the technical team in the JFF at some point as to what's the thought process when we're putting together these teams, as far as like, because basically the way I understand it, it's the players that didn't quite make the cut for the various youth teams and they wanted to give them a shot in that kind of atmosphere and environment, which is fine. But is that the best use of the resource? I don't know. That's just a question I'm asking. So maybe in the comment section, if you guys hear this question, you can answer it for me and let me know what you think is the best approach. Should it be that whenever we it wasn't the players who didn't make the cut? You mean for the U18? Well, I know there were some that went, but there were a lot of others that didn't quite make it as well. Like I know Cohen was one that would have played in the just where they gone the U20, who is young enough to play U18, so he was there. Players didn't get any call to the U20 teams, and 2 players from the U20. Yeah, I'm trying to remember who was the other player that went. I think was Tawayne Lynch there. If Lynch was there, then he would have been the other one. So it was those who didn't get called to any trials. Yeah, but that's my point, Fresh God. Like, if them never get called to the trials and stuff, like, why we not just take the ball of them who did get called to the trials? That's the only thing. Because as I say, balance is what I deal with. So I'm not going to beat it all together. Because as I say, I'm just glad them I get opportunities and ways for the youth them to go play football. As Hot Chili said, go play football. Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's the U18 point we don't want to touch on. Just, happy, as I said, that we're getting the opportunity to go and play tournaments like this. Long may that continue. But I just want to just make sure that when we do get these opportunities, we are putting the foot forward that will put us in the best light. Because at the end of the day, I'm sure these are somewhat of a showcase. These players would have been seen by eyes that they otherwise maybe wouldn't get seen by. And we want to make sure that we're showcasing the best that we have at all times, because any relationship that we can build through these things will be fruitful for us, because we need all the help in development we can get. So yeah, as I say, good job getting us into that tournament, and yeah, long may that continue. The next thing, obviously, JFF staying active. This is something that for as long as I can remember, I don't remember things like this happening. So the U17 coach obviously recently was named, and this Ultimate Butler, former Reggae boy himself, top player, attacking midfielder, could play striker as well, deeper in midfield as well. Quality player. Remember seeing him play when I was a youth, right around the 98, 2000, that whole time there, a little previous to that as well. So yeah, good player. And now a coach. So he has the under-17 job. They had a game. Well, first and foremost, they have had a few camps in North America that have been documented as well. Really good job by all the coaches out there. Look very organized. Looks like they're working their way through the players and the options that they might have to form a team. And then now Butler came to Jamaica because we had 2 games, one today and one on Sunday against Trinidad and Tobago. And yeah, the first game was today at the Harris Burrell Center, and Trinidad ended up winning the game 1-0, last kick of the game. As a matter of fact, I am going to look for the interview or the post-game comments by the coach. Let's see. Just getting it pulled up here, people. Yeah, so basically the coach was saying that, boy, we dominated the game, couldn't finish our chances, and they in the end ended up scoring a goal to make it 1-0. So, tough result. He did also mention that, he doesn't really know the players yet. Didn't know some of them names and all these things, which I guess he's just being honest, but I don't know if that was the best thing personally to even say. But I guess, as I say, he's just being honest. If him don't know the players, him not going to say that him know the players. But yeah, he did say that he saw some good talent and good players, and he said that once the boys began to tire a bit, they kind of revert to type. And what I mean by that is when they get under pressure, it just becomes the kick away ball game again. And he's trying to instill in them to have the confidence to play and play under pressure and try to and know that they can keep the ball under pressure. And if that is his philosophy and his mentality, I am all for it. And I am glad that they're trying to get so ahead of this competition, because the U17 qualifiers won't be until January 2025. And I don't remember a youth team taking these steps so early in the process, because that's amazing, and I love that, because too many times since I've been really following the youth program as well as the senior program in detail and depth, when you really look at the timeline of when they actually got started, and I mean really started, because they will say that they've been doing camps and stuff for how long, but it might be a 2-day thing, that happened once a month. And it's like, that's what them doing leading up. And then, of course, right before them start to cram everything and try to fit everything in a little bit of time. But this, to me, is the right way to go about it. You have to have, months in advance, at least ID camps, to just try to get the pool of players down to a manageable number. And then you try to have camps with those players and try to whittle that number down as well. But I think the addition of playing some games, which I don't really remember this happening, especially with other countries. Maybe these guys would have played in the past a JPL team at this stage or something to that nature. But the fact that they got Trinidad and Tobago to come and play, that is excellent, because it changes it when it's you're playing against another country. And so I think that's a good way that's a good measuring stick as far as where the players would be right now and what stage they're at. And so I'm just happy that they are getting those type of things done. So kudos to them for that. One thing that I hope can happen is that, because clearly the coach has a vision that might be a little bit different than what might have been done at this level in the past. And I'm just hopeful that, whatever he needs to get done is not overboard as far as finances are concerned. I did hear some people already, saying that all the help is going to be needed, because the way they're trying to do it, to have the overseas players get their camp, the local based players get camps as well. They want to be able to have camps where all the parties can be in one camp, so that they can truly, pick the best players out of everybody. And of course, to do so, that would mean, the contingent overseas getting to Jamaica, or the Jamaican contingent getting somewhere else. So, that's going to take finances. And I'm sure that, that's not something that the JFF will be want to taking on right now, knowing that, all the other things that I have going on. So it will take some help, I'm sure. And I'm hopeful that the powers that be, get ahead of this and start whatever fundraising they can come up with, so that the people can help and try to get this done, because I do think that this coach does have a clear vision, but it will take some investment. So I hope that everyone who can and has the means to will get behind this thing, and it's a transparent situation so that people that can help will want to help because they see that it will be going to a good cause. So yeah, that's my plea to whoever is dealing with all that stuff. Set up a really, show what you want to do. Show that you want to play X game in October and you want to have this camp in this, and it's gonna take this. The more detail and the more, if the proposal looks right, people will support it. I'm sure of that, because at the end of the day, they're helping Jamaica, and most people help Jamaica out all the time. So yeah, just get that done, people. But good job, trying to do things not rushed but smartly, and I can appreciate that. So that's very good. That's very good. All right. First, nothing is wrong with that still, because it's the truth. Plus, we have a couple months to prepare, and yeah. It have to start early, man. That's great. That's great. We say I'm not gonna know the player then. Yeah, I'm overs that, but yeah, me personally wouldn't have said it. But I find a clever way for just go around that party. It's a good look there. North American U17 camp in Coral Springs last week too. Some great talent. Yeah, man. They had a few interviews that I got to see, and the pedigree of some of the players sounds really good. Academies in Barcelona and Spain, other parts of Spain as well. So anytime you say Spain and development, you've piqued my interest right there, because they are producing some very technical players, extremely technical players. All right, so let me just go through briefly a couple of things that happened this week around Europe. Yeah, so that's what I was wondering. Like, after the camp last week, he must have just been in Jamaica since the camp ended, because I'm saying only been around the players a few days. That's why I'm not really know all the player them name and thing. Because today are Friday. Figure him probably reach what? Tuesday, Wednesday, probably before that, Monday maybe. Enough ball him see lately though, so if you know all of them name him good. I think them say about 40 players was at the camp, something like that, in Florida. All right, so let's look at. So we had a Reggae boy play in a European semi-final, people, during the week, but I can't say it was the best day for them. Of course, you know what I'm talking about. Leon Bailey and Aston Villa. They played in the Conference League, Europa Conference League semi-final on Thursday. And as I said, people, it was not the best day for them at all. They ended up losing that one 4-2. So I just wanted to pull up that game and just kind of talk about it real quick. I did get a chance to watch this one on Thursday as well. All right, so let me get this on screen for everybody. Yeah, man, people, if you're just now finding the show, remember to like the video. Definitely watch back the start. Miss some decent information. We went through the JPL. We went through the young Reggae boys, what they've been up to, the U18s, the U17s. And now we're just talking about some things that happened during the week, with an eye on our Reggae boys, especially how they did. So let me pull up on screen the starting lineups for this game. So you will see, first and foremost, Big glaring miss in the goal of Aston Villa. Robin Olsen had to play this one, people, because in the last game, that game where they got to on penalty kicks, Martinez was shown a yellow card during the penalty shootout, which would have been his second yellow. But I actually learned something about football so late in the game, watching football all this time, that when you get a yellow card in the penalty shootout, it is not a second yellow. That punishment is given out in the next game of the competition. So for 2 yellows, he had to sit out a game, so he missed the first leg. So Robin Olsen had to start. And as you can see, statistics-wise, it was not the best day for him, a 6.0. But of course, the star on the day of the match was Ayub El Kabi, who had the hat-trick, 3 goals on the day, had a penalty as well in those 3. I thought other players that I thought played really well in this one was Podence and Chiquinho. Thought they were dangerous all game. And yeah, they on the day, you have to just be honest with yourself and say Olympiacos just, had the better play for the most part. I mean, apart from when the game was at 4-2, I don't think Villa was the better team at any point. I think they did play better towards the end of the game and did force a penalty that could have made it a little bit better. But Douglas Luiz hit the outside of the post, and it was a 4. It should have been 4-3, honestly, because I thought he was going to score that. But yeah, 4-2, it ended. So, all is not lost, but boy, I'm telling you, Olympiacos is not an easy place to go and get a result. And, this was really supposed to be Aston Villa's 4-2 victory type of game because they're at home, they have the momentum. They have the crowd behind them, and they usually get good results at their home stadium as well. But in this game, I just thought that Olympiacos had a really good game plan the way they were set up. I thought at no point was anybody able to get close enough to Podence and Chiquinho, especially. I thought they were floating around and causing all kind of damage. And El Kabi was just deadly on the day. Very, very clinical. Good runs, good technique when he got into those positions. But of course, I was watching this game intently to see how Leon was going to do. And I thought, honestly, on this day, Leon had a very good performance. As you can see, SofaScore gave him a 7.2. Let's go to and see exactly what the numbers say. He played 84 minutes. As you can see, his heat map, there a lot of work in his own half. So that kind of tells the tale, as I was saying. For me, the better team for the most part, I'd say for about 3/4 of this game, to me, was Olympiacos, personally. 84 minutes played. He had 1 assist on the day, did set up the goal for Musa Diaby, playing it through to him. So he did get on the GA sheet as he tends to do lately and this season overall. 47 touches for him in the game. He lost the ball 15 times. So not the worst as an attacking player. Sometimes Bailey, I would say, gets all the way up to about half the time losing the ball, but didn't really force it on this day. Took his chances with the through passes when they were on, and when they weren't, he played more safe and just kept possession, which is good. 19 of 27 for 70% overall. He had 1 key pass, which led to the goal. He was 0 for 1 on his crosses, 0 for 2 on his attempted long passes. He had 2 shots blocked in the game. He was 4 for 7 on dribbles, so very good there, taking on his defender. 8 of 13 on the ground, so that's really good for Leon Bailey there. 8 for 13, definitely real good for him. Won both of his aerial duels, so good there as well. He committed 1 foul and was fouled twice, and he did have 1 clearance and 2 tackles, so a good overall performance, I thought, from Bailey. At times in the box, maybe could have been a little more decisive. Those 2 block shots, I thought, one of them especially, I remember he maybe could have got his shot off a little bit just at a better time to kind of get the angle right. But, overall, I thought he played real well. Put in a shift defensively as well. I thought Cash, again, just didn't really play that well in this game. I was a bit surprised that not so surprised Carlos didn't play, but Pau Torres, it just seems like most times when they concede a lot of goals, 4 on this day, Pau Torres not playing. And, I know they have another big game and they want the Champions League and everything. So he has tended to kind of play Pau Torres every other game and not give him the midweek games at the same time. But yeah, I thought that, all three, I thought Kanza wasn't the best, but I'd say he was better than these two on the day. Than Cash and Langley. Musa Diaby with a goal and assist was the highest ranked player on Aston Villa in terms of the statistics, and Ali Watkins had another goal as well. But yeah, Olympiacos will feel real good going into that second leg, 4-2. People, what I want to ask you, do you think Aston Villa have a chance? Of course, Emi Martinez will be back for the second leg. So what can they do? What can they do? Can they make it back? All right, it looks like some people join us in the building. So let's go through the chat and see what people saying on this conversation here. Okay, them tell me why them not available. All right. Hot Chili said, can't be losing at home in a UEFA semi-final. This will make the second leg 10 times harder. Yeah, man, I tell you, it's a rough for them. Uphill battle, It's interesting that one coach said they dominated play, and the other said that you dominated play in front of us, but not to the side of us or behind us. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, look, coaches are going to always find creative ways to, one, not put down their own team. Well, it depends on the coaching style. Some coaches are just blunt and will just say it like it is. Jurgen Klopp is one of those. If him think him team never play well, most of the time he will just say we never play well enough. Sometimes him head take him and him talk about refs and grass and wind and that kind of madness, but for the most part, he will keep it 100, Other managers, like I remember Wenger was always defending the players no matter what. Even if them play terrible, him not gonna really say that, So it just depends on the coaching style. But it is funny to see the perspective on one game that two different coach might have. Olsen look a bit shabby. Yeah, it rough sometimes for the second string keeper. It's very rare. Like, I think who's a second string keeper that always looks sharp? Probably the Liverpool one, for the most part. I would say the Ortega, who is probably a starter level talent-wise keeper. Him usually do well when him play. But yeah, there's not many second keepers that you could say, boy, them come in and them look, there's a reason they're the second keeper. Them not gonna be as good. Beta Villa face, yeah, man. Actually, this is referencing Bailey. Another good performance added with assist. Long may it continue. Yeah, man. Duckland checking in. Bless, bless, bless. Soon reach the EPL predictions, cause right now I have one week prediction belt and Duckland have the other one. So I can see who I go win this time. Grass to green. Oh, 2 green. Yeah, Keller always big. Now that me say, Fresh got a dead with laugh about Ramsdale. Yo, to be honest, what Ramsdale do? Ramsdale do a madness in the game when we'd have to play. But we end up bail him out. Which one I want to want Ramsdale? Fresh, you want Man U need a keep? No, Man U have Onana, no? Them say Chelsea want to buy him. I hope he don't turn out like Martinez, cause ever since Martinez gone Villa, we play Villa 2 times this year and can't score a goal. So them say the same thing I got me if him go Chelsea now. Who is Real Madrid's second keeper? The brother keeping now, Lunin. Yo, all I go on, Real Madrid have 3 good keeper. Cause Kepa is not terrible, He just make some horrible mistake. for like a few seasons, but I don't think him is like terrible though. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't. To be fair, Peter Mystic, I only heard our coach, but I know what our coach said. So I can, from what you said here, I can infer which coach said what. Yeah. Chelsea are pre-Pickford. Really? I guess that makes sense. Okay, first I talk about Lunin. No, but on a fresh did say it. I had Chile. Yeah, but I must Lunin him attack. Cause Courtois would have been the number one if him fit. Bless up Richard Samuels. Big up yourself. Like the video, bro. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I think you have though. Forgot to sign Kepa. Yeah, bro, Kepa. He did I play for a little part of the season there. But then I don't know if he's like him did get injured, and from him injured, them just run with Lunin, and Lunin can't lose the work again. I don't. It's a Madridista would have to tell me how the sequence go, but I feel like I'm right about that. At one point, Kepa did a keep. I remember that. Yeah, man, Kepa did it, man. Okay, so Kepa did just have to get dropped. Damn. When I did watch the few games, I see my play him, did I play good? That's what you heard. Yeah, you don't know. You're too busy. I watch Onana, so you're not too sure fresh. I'll see if Jason Ferran forward. And let me know what I'm going. Yeah, so that was this game, people. As I say, let me know if you think them can turn it around in the comment section, because it's gonna be really tough for them. I can tell you that. Really tough for them. Let's just check in with the other semi-final game that happened there. Let's see. So I don't go to the knockout. Aha. Fiorentina Club Bruges 3-2. This match is crazy too. 91st minute. Fiorentina find the winner at home. Yeah, so they do a little scouting. And I watch back this game. I see this brother here stats before the game. I'm see same score. So I want to watch him play a little bit. I'm just pre. Look at that. On loan from Brentford, you know. Yeah, man. The brother will forward back next year now. After them sell Tony. Let me see. Okay, so them already buy him. Okay. 30th of June. See there? That's gonna be good business. The brother look like he might can do a thing, you know, people. Strong forward, good finisher. Yeah, man, I'm doing him thing in the Belgian league. See if it translates, but him definitely have the size and my good technique as well. So Fiorentina 3-2. So they'll go back to Belgium. Bruges will feel like them have a chance for sure. The game is all in the balance there. So let's see how that turn out. And then, of course, we had the Champions League semi-finals. Big matches. Of course. My beloved Arsenal fell short. But Bayern Munich definitely showed, you know, they're good money for this semi-final. 2-2 match. This was a very entertaining one as well. And to be totally honest, people, when I look at the team sheet, obviously may I think about Arsenal and everything, and there was only really one change, well, two change. Muller never play against us. Musiala was in there, and they had like Gnabry and Sane. But in the back line, people, you see this brother right there, so the man never play against us. I think he came on late to defend the lead when it was 1-0 in the second leg. That's it. And it's him make the 2 goal them score, you know. Vinicius Jr. just spin off him twice and create a goal. Well, obviously the passes had to be made. So one was Modric, one was Cruz, and was excellent on both passes to him. So, you know, this one was a really, really good game, though. I thought that Bayern Munich, you know, I mean, when I think about this game, people, I want to say Bayern Munich play a little bit better than Madrid in this game, you know. But I think that's unfair on Madrid because Madrid did create some good chances as well. Maybe it's just because I thought that Real Madrid will get the better of them. I'm kind of giving Bayern more credit. But when you look at the stats, it was pretty even overall. The expected goals, you know, Real Madrid did have the edge there. 5 shots to 4 for Bayern, 14-10 total. Big chances, both teams had 3. So it was a pretty even encounter, to be honest. But I think the difference was really the runs, the 2 runs in the game that Vinicius made. This one where Cruz played in the past was just brilliant movement. Like, if you're a coach and you want to show your striker like how to drag out a defender out of position and then use that space you drag him out of, just show that play. And you can show your midfielder the play as well, because the way our Cruz set up the pass, you know, because that play only work if Cruz shape him body like him going to play it short to Vinicius, you know. And as soon as him shape him body, you know, and the defender commit, the man just spin easily, and it's like they knew that what they were gonna do. So yeah, man, that was a brilliant bit of football. Definitely something that if you have a young team and you want to show them how to create space, that was a great example of it. So really big run. But to be totally honest, that player right there messed the game up for Bayern Munich. I mean, yes, Real Madrid had some other chances and they were a bit wasteful on the day for a few of them. You know, those 2 chances really were created by Vinicius's clever movement and 2 great midfielders playing passes. Cruz the first one for the assist, and Modric played the pass, which then earned Rodrigo the foul to get the penalty kick, which Vinicius did convert. So yeah, great movement by the 2 Brazilians, Rodrigo and Vinicius, opening space, and they definitely picked on this player right here, Min Jae Kim. So 2-2, everything to play for. They will go back to the Bernabeu. I just have a funny feeling, people, that, well, why for the funny feeling? I just have a feeling that Bayern Munich going to pull off an upset, you know, for some strange reason. I just have this feeling like Bayern Munich going to get through this game. I don't know why, but I just feel it, people. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just have this weird, yeah, man, Kane, I go to final and probably lose. A Kane salt. Yo, respect, you know. Respect, Kavoy. Yeah, man, respect for the subscription, bro. Ball our thing around here. See that? I know say them they play good, man. So first so with Martinez back, them have a chance. They can, but I don't think they will. Yeah, Brentford new striker. Okay, then buy him and loan him back. Well, the man bad, rate him. Bayern was good in spells, agree. Yeah, Sane had a big goal. Jeez, I'm not even talk about the Bayern goal then, but Sane goal, big goal. I was like, vintage Sane, Man City Sane, them time there. Yeah, man. It must basically on the plane to Manchester. And at the final minute, Bayern swoop in. Real Madrid played with 12 men. They said the ref again, eh? Or Kim did I play for them? Every man I know that name Kim is unstable. All right. I try to think which other. Well, I don't know. When they go high school with some youth named Kim, and them did all right. And you must have talked about the unstable one over them parts there. World leader person. And then the only other Kim I know that's not of the Asian persuasion is Kim Collins. 100-meter and 200-meter runner from, I think it's St. Kitts him come from, or Antigua, one of them. I think it's St. Kitts. First 20 Bayern was lights out, the rest are 25 plus. Madrid control it. Okay, yes, I can play for Madrid. Yeah. So I say that talk about the ref, but then I realize. Yeah, man. So that was that. Kane got the penalty, and Vinny got the double. One penalty, one from open play. Sane with the big goal as well, cutting in from the right side as usual, finishing beautifully. Smash it right past the keeper in the near post, but I couldn't even cuss the keeper because the way the man lashed that. Y'all hear the when him kick the ball, you hear the net. Yeah, man, the man connect that one there. Yeah, man. So this one is poised for the second leg, people. Should be a really, really good tie. As I say, I have a funny feeling that even in that stadium, Bayern might pull off the upset. But I wouldn't be shocked if I'm wrong. But I'm just going out and saying that now this game, people, the 1-0 to Dortmund, this one could have gone either way. But I thought that PSG, when they look back at this game, they will rule the chances that they miss. Definitely had some clear-cut chances that they couldn't convert. One thing that stand out to me in this game as well. Where was this Jadon Sancho? Where was this Jadon Sancho? Honestly, where was this Jadon Sancho? That one, the man I move like in possessing of the game. Yeah. Yo, the man I play incredible in this game, brother. 8.3 and the man score our assist. So you can know, look how much time, 100 touch. Man, busy on the ball, 88%, 3 keepers, 1 chance create, big chance. Yo, the man go hard in the game at 20 duels, win 14. When you ever see Sancho go on so, I win 1 tackle. Sancho probably not tackle the whole time him there Manchester United, him not boss 1 tackle. Freshman overs that, but this is not one league. This is Champions League. This is not a league thing. All right, that make more sense. But the league thing, man, a business. Sancho gone from beef with Ten Hag to man of the match. What a move! I tell you, man, you are ruined players, brother. Here you know. If him get a call from him probably ignore it. Man, you know, see back Trafford, brother. Just make him go, set him free, make him stay over there. I wonder if Southgate watch the match. Has never done this for us, even in the Champions League. Yes, because your team is not him. It's clearly not him. Man, them want to paint him as some bad guy. Maybe the man them offer the man to have a pint after the game, and the man say, "Oh, I don't drink." The way our Man U media go on, I think say the man drink every day before training. The way them talk bad about him, and the man don't even drink. So you see it, Man U just a ruin the ball of them, brother. So this one ended 1-0 to Dortmund. A really nice taken goal by Fulkrug. Kurt, another example of a good run from a striker. Curved his run along the back line so him never go offside. Good first touch. No wasted second touch. Just beat it and target after that. And beat Donnarumma with the pace, really. Just couldn't get down fast enough. Slatterbeck played a good ball over the top for that one. So it was 1-0. But really and truly, as I say, PSG, they will be ruining the chances they're missing this one. I remember, like, look there, 1.78 to 1.7. So even unexpected goals. Shots were even 14-13, 4-3 on target. PSG did have a little bit more possession. The big chances, look at that, 4 big chances. And they missed 5 big chances as well. So both teams created a lot of opportunities. But again, when both teams create so much and one doesn't score, I'm sure that one that didn't score, they feel like, the more let down team for sure. And I think Borussia Dortmund did well to make sure they got the win at home. That's a key thing. PSG, obviously, at home they will feel like they have the advantage to get back into this one or to turn this one around. But I'd be surprised if they are able to hold out Dortmund in France. So we've seen PSG in the past in those crunch moments. Maybe they falter under pressure a little bit. I know that this version of Dortmund is a little bit different from the years past, but they still have enough experience, I think, in the team, and they could potentially pull it off. But, I just have a feeling like, similar to the first leg of the last time, Mbappe didn't score this first game. He has to score in the next game. That's just literally how this guy's thing works. So he'll probably get on the score sheet. Dembele, who missed I'd say the clearest chance at the game, he'll probably get on the score sheet. And Bradley Barcola was, relatively quiet for him in this one compared to, like, for example, his second leg in the quarterfinals. So those 3 players, Vitinha as well, pulling the strings as normal. I do think that PSG probably gets this one done by a very small margin. I'd say probably the odd goal. So, I'd say maybe they win the game like 2-1 or 3-2, and then they get another goal in extra time or something of that nature. So I expect this one to be tight, but I do expect PSG to get the better of them by probably a 1 goal to make it to the final. So my prediction on this one, Bayern versus PSG final. So later in the week, we'll see how close I was to the actual reality of things. Wait, so nobody never said that. Yeah, but I saw them go on, man. Ten Hag make it seem like the man just don't, like he must some problem child. Instant block. Yeah, man, him not answer that. Yo, all what go on, United better hope them cause them ocean are shrinking. Sancho not gonna like how you call the man fish. Yo, I know say me not believe that. But late, me not believe that. Yo, man, let's say some demands him there make. Won't be calling him back. He's on a transfer list down here. He's 50 million. 50 million? Jeez, them not spend that. So you know, said Dortmund allow bad behavior. How you know that? You don't know that. The man gave Sancho 3 months off. No, that wasn't it. Remember, said the man said he did have some mental thing going, and everybody has support him, And then after that, now they start talking about him don't want to train and all these things. Yeah, man, Sancho a baller, man. Bigger baller for man, what was that? So there, even is at Dortmund late. Nah, bro. You know that for sure. All right, sir. Brother, you know how much people come out and say them not understand what man you are talking about? Multiple different people. So make fresh stand there. Yeah, what you mean 10 I go supporting him? I know him and 10 I kick off. Anyway, I make Manchester United and the madness the real me show ya, man. Sancho, just show them say them a idiot and go and ball upon the people in here, man. Even though I don't think gonna go win, but play well in the second leg too. Cause you ball out right now. I forget some credit, brother. Yeah, play well. Alright, so that's my little recap of the European games. So we got through those. Wait. One league me never remember about. Hold on there. Europa League did go on as well on Thursday. Even though Antonio them drop out. Roma and Leverkusen played. And it was 2-0 to Leverkusen. So them still can't lose a game. This team is not normal, people. And of course, the other one ended 1-1, Marseille and Atalanta. So those are both poised for this one. Obviously, we're going back to Germany for the second leg. I think Leverkusen gets into the final. And this one, I do believe that in Italy, Atalanta will turn over Marseille. So it's going to be Atalanta and Leverkusen in the Europa League final for my money, people. So yeah, that's what I think will happen in those. And now let us get into the fixtures on the weekend for the English Premier League. I like that one. They never lose. Yeah, man. That bad. All right. So the first thing we want to do, people, obviously there was a game today. So I'm going to touch upon it real quick. And we can also look at the current standings after that game play. So, of course, there was a 1-1 match today between Luton and Everton. So, boy, I was praying for Luton to find a goal at the end of that game start to get those extra points. But it wasn't meant to be. As a matter of fact, them look like them didn't want to lose the 1 point at one point. So, end of the day, glad them could have get a 1. But time is really running out for them. Especially if the results don't go their way this week, it might be, big that they couldn't get the 3 points there. Actually, said they're going to lose one game. We're going to see. I don't know when they're going to lose, because unless, I guess them could have lose like the final of in Europe, but I want to see if them can get through the league. Yeah, man, when they look back, it might be a good result. Just might. No, draft them. PK. Wait a second, but I'll make sure them at least draw. Because them can say, yeah, we lose, but our penalties we lose, pan. Different. Yeah, so this game ended 1-1. We had goals from Adebayo, back from injury, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin from the penalty spot. So, yeah, this one, people, tight affair. I think both teams had spells where they looked like they could get the win. Luton, as usual at home, had their, they always have a few spells in the game where they just look like, yo, this Luton team, if they put it all together, they could actually do something, but it never really lasts long enough to be sustained for the entire game or even for like an entire half. So, typically they'll let the other team back in the game at some point. Everton had their spells in the game as well where they were applying the pressure, corner kicks over and over, set pieces and everything. So look, 1-1, not the best result for Luton, but at the same time, they have been losing some games lately, so good for them to get that 1 point at least. And let's see what that means as far as the table is concerned. And let me let you guys see this as well. Let's see. All right, so this is the Premier League table. Let's look at the bottom of the table first. So we have Sheffield on 35 played, 16 points, relegated. Then we have Burnley, 24 points, 35 played. So game in hand above Luton, and Luton 36, 26 points, and Nottingham Forest 35 played, 26 points as well. But as you can see, clear advantage in the goal difference there. And of course, as you look at the upcoming fixtures, Sheffield hosting Nottingham Forest and Burnley playing Newcastle. So really and truly, this is like the worst possible time for Nottingham Forest to have Sheffield to play if you're a fan of Luton Town. Because pretty much if they can get to 29 after this win, that gives them a little more breathing room. And of course, with that goal difference, that's basically like an extra point. So, they'll be praying Luton Town that Sheffield United can give them some kind of performance tomorrow to hold Nottingham Forest, even if it's a draw, but just to make sure they don't get the win. But that might be asking a bit much, especially with Sheffield not having a chance anymore. The coach might, give some kids a chance. You never know. Could go one way or the other. Maybe the lack of pressure now, they have no chance and just play free and play incredible. Who knows? So it can go one of two ways, and we're going to go through the predictions in a minute as far as that's concerned. But you see the situation that Luton is in after that draw, really, really hanging on by a thread at this point. So that's that, people. So let's look at the fixtures that are coming up now. And obviously, the first one in the morning is going to be Arsenal versus Bournemouth. So this is the quick view that we like to take a look at every time we're discussing the games. We have Arsenal in first, 80 points, Bournemouth in 10th, 48 points. So top half of the table, not bad for Bournemouth this season. As you can see, we handled them in September 4-0. That's probably one of our better performances earlier this season. 4-0 away victory. If you look at the recent results, we have wins in 2 London derbies, 3-2 over Tottenham and 5-0 over Chelsea, 2-0 over Wolves. Of course, that terrible 2-0 defeat at the Emirates to Aston Villa, and 3-0 away to Brighton. If you look at Bournemouth's recent results, they have had 2 wins on the bounce, one against Wolves and one against Brighton. They lost to Villa, they drew with Man U, and they lost to Luton. So, 2 wins on the bounce, but not the best results before that. And Arsenal with 4 wins and 1 loss in their last 5. So, look, last year, this game right here, this 3-2 was probably one of the most memorable games at Arsenal last season. I'm going to be totally honest with you, people. It's an early morning kickoff. I'll be up bright and early to watch it, and I would love if it is the complete opposite of what I had to watch last season, because I don't think I can manage another 98-minute anything. I don't need that right now. So we just need a nice, easy, simple game is what we need. know that's a lot to ask, but I think we can provide that. We have been pretty stingy in defense lately. As you can see, 4 clean sheets out of the last 5. Oh, sorry, 3 clean sheets out of the last 5. I was looking at Aston Villa's 2. 3 clean sheets out of the last 5. So look, it's possible that we can keep Bournemouth off the score sheet. I am a bit worried though, because I think right now, Solanke is back into like his top form. You have Clivert, I think finally, showing the type of promise that he may have shown a few years earlier in his career. Semenyo is another player that is very dangerous. So they have some players up front that can cause some damage. My hope is that Arsenal, though, just maintain control. I think, one thing about this version of Arsenal that I've grown to love is the measure of control that they tend to get in some games. And, when they get that control, it's really hard for the team to get us out of that level of control. So, I think some of the tactical tweaks that he has done has really held us in good stead. I think one of the main differences is right now, if you look at the health of the squad compared to last year, it's like night and day. And I think a big part of that is, Arteta tweaking the system a bit to not play so all out for 90 minutes. Pick those pockets in the game where we just really slow down the game. So yeah, I think all that, all in all, has helped us, and that's why we're a little more healthy now. So right now, my score prediction for this Arsenal game, I'm going to be greedy, people. I want the clean sheet, and I think we're going to get the clean sheet as well. I think in the end, we're going to win this game 3-0, people. I said 3-0 to the Arsenal. Might be a little greedy with that prediction, but yo, so be it. 3 points is all I really care about. But for the purpose of the prediction game, I'm going to say Arsenal 3, Bournemouth 0. So let me see what people think in the chat. And yeah, man, anybody that's going to be around for the entire thing, or you might not be, but, if you are here, put your predictions down. I will document a few, and we'll try to see who actually won for the week. So, as I said, so far, I won the belt last week. So we'll see if anybody can take it from me this week. See? All right, so I'm going to say Demo Debout, who was there last week as well. So big up yourself, Demo. Welcome back, my bro. You said 4-1 Arsenal. I like your thinking. Not Niles, it was Reese Nelson. Potential reggae boy, hopefully. And here is the bad mind, Fresh God. Don't learn anything from his terrible week already. Predicting madness. 2-1 to Bournemouth. True, me did that this what them name a while ago. 3-1 Duckland Stennett. I was gonna say 3-1, but I get greedy and say zit nil, yeah, man. Where's the Smokes? 4 them I get. All right, Smokes. I say a word, my bro. I say a word. Yeah, that's well. I think Demo. When you look at that, they can go a lot of different ways. Them have Sinistera. Them have Clivert. Clivert can play central. Them can play Otara and Semenyo wide. Them have a lot of versatility in them front line, to be honest. So yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. But as I say, I am counting on the control in the game. Just like not really giving them those counter opportunities. That's one thing that Arteta has fixed a lot with Arsenal. We used to get, I think Sinistera is injured. That's why what's his name was playing the other day. Actually, Clivert was playing wide the other day. They also have Tavernier. What happened to him? I haven't seen him playing as much lately. He's another one that's dangerous too. But I don't have enough winger on the side there. Damn. Yeah, I think you're right about that still. All right, so that is the Arsenal Bournemouth game. Let me know if there's any more that I don't see any more ones that I missed. Okay, yeah. I'll write down hot chili as well. Hot chili. Once hot chili, I got the boat. Bless up D. Big up yourself. Actually say what actually say 3-0. Actually smart. All right, so 3-0. Damian Badmine as well. 2-2 draw. Expect nothing less. So everybody, Duckland, you mess it up, I was gonna say all the United fans them just don't want Arsenal win, but Duckland say Arsenal go win. So true, Duckland lose the title and everything, he want to win again. So he's a bit measured with his. The other man just bad mind. Yeah, you wouldn't love it enough to make it your score though. All right, so we're not gonna take forever this week, people, because you don't know Arsenal play early. I'm gonna wake up. So next game, Fulham Brentford. As you can see, the quick view right there, people. I'm not gonna talk about it. You can read. It's on screen for you. So look at that, break it down, tell me what you think. Fulham and Brentford. Of course, you don't know. This one will be a Jamaica matchup potentially. Pinnock could start. Bobby Reed could start. Hopefully they both start. Hopefully they both score. Damn, I really want them score though, because then that would have mean Pinnock not getting a clean sheet. All right, more other match a draw. Because neither one of them can do nothing. Brentford safe, them can't drop down. I mean, I want neither one of them vex. So I'm going to say, this game, I'm going to be a 1-1. I'm not going to say too much. Bobby do for a goal too. Hopefully him start. Because the coach, I love bench Bobby like a idiot, Steal one. And move up here, man. 2-0 Brentford. All right, 2-0 Brentford. Yeah, Wissan and Boomer did look unstoppable last week, Duckland said 2-1 to Fulham. What Damien say? 2-0 Brentford, right? Chile said 2-1 Brentford. They say you can't trust neither one of them. So he said 2-2. And who me not get? Oh, a Demo alone, me not see. Demo, let me know. Brentford, Fulham. Let me know, Demo. Because you never do so good neither, Fresh was the worst, though, just to be honest. Oh, Fresh did get... Fresh get 2 right out of 10. Damn. Demo, they get 4. All right, so hopefully Demo send on that one there. I'll see there. Brentford 2-1. All right. Yeah, man, 2 out of 10, man. It did rough, Fresh. You and Max City. Max City not even turn up tonight, Star. You get 4 correct and get 6 wrong. That no so. I mean, I guess that's okay. That's decent. All right, Marlon say 2 team them. They say them inconsistent. Yeah, I 1-1 me say still, but me think it a go draw. Marlon, what you think about the Arsenal Bournemouth game? Let me know. I mean, adding that one they feel. All right, let me see now. Next game we have is Burnley and Newcastle. So, boy, this one on paper, you look on it and say, boy, this is easy for choose, But to be honest, Burnley has been playing well. I mean, the results might not say they're doing incredible, but a lot of these games they could have won and should have won. Even this last Everton, they actually played better than Everton, I thought. This game right here, them could have easily win. They mash up Sheffield. I'm not even gonna talk about this. This game them should have definitely win. But Newcastle on the other hand, you know, you're not really sure where you're going to get them. Draw Everton at home, beat Fulham 1-0, mash up Tottenham, mash up Sheffield, lose to Crystal Palace. So it's like, you know, which Newcastle going to turn up? You know, Burnley going to play decent because they've been playing decent lately. But is that playing decent enough for you to give them the result over Newcastle? That is the question, you know. Why Isak on fire? Isak look like him want to catch all the leading goal scorer them too. How much goal Isak done? And the man they score, you know. The man they score in a bunches, you know. So for him get one, you know, a good little trick him a score, you know, brother. 19. See there? Oh, same soon catch them boy, you know. And Haaland gone 21, right? So don't be surprised if my boy catch them this week, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if him not score 2. I know goal I go score in another game. Yeah. Burnley and Newcastle goal I go score. Alright, so I gotta say too much quality in Newcastle side. 3-2. 3-2 Newcastle. 3-2 Newcastle, I say people. Let me see what the chatter say. 4-2 fresh. Alright. Damien said 3-2 Newcastle as well. Duckland said 2-1. Actually said 3-1 Newcastle. He must say the same. And them not believe in a Burnley, you know. Jaja. Alright. So Marlon, you can let me know the Arsenal game and the Burnley game. If you're still there about, let me know. Alright, moving right along. Okay, Arsenal just forwarding from Marlon 3-1. And let me know the Burnley Newcastle as well, Marlon, so I can write it down. Alright. Next game now. Sheffield United versus Nottingham Forest. This one is huge for that relegation zone, people. So we have Sheffield United hosting Nottingham Forest, as you can see. But I never played since 93 before them playing in August. Wow. So yeah, this is the last 5 results. Of course, Sheffield now relegated, cannot get out. Nottingham Forest probably looking at the table saying, okay, a win and maybe a draw make we really safe. But even a win right now at this point would be great for them because, as I say, it's like they have an extra point as well with that 9 goal difference that they have with Luton Town, who is right below them. Sheffield United, as I say, it can go one or two ways. You can just count the rest of the season as a throwaway and say, boy, championship next season, I say, go, we're gone. Or some of the fringe players can get a chance, try to impress the coach, then play more freedom, not the pressure of knowing them have to win and don't get relegated. Them already relegate, so what them have to lose, right? So that is what I'm worried about, people. That unknown of how the mindset of the team going to be factored in now that them know them relegated. Does that mean them play a little looser with less pressure, maybe play better? I don't know. Nottingham Forest. I don't think Chris Wood going to be so wasteful like he was last week. I never need him to be wasteful, you know. But Sheffield United, since them get Bert and Diaz, them must score more goal too. I think them keep it close, but Nottingham in the end. Give them a 2-1. John Star. I don't want Luton drop out, but I really feel like the fixtures them going to make them drop out. You know, 2-1 Forest, I say. I think Sheffield played half. You know what? Yeah, feel like that'll be 2-1. They're gonna add some more goal, but no, I love it. 2-1 first. Fresh said 3 love. Damien said 2-0. Tough. Damien said 2-0 Forest. Duckland said 2-0 Forest as well. Fresh said 3. Listen, not the artist. All right, Dima, respect. You know, say every time I write, like, I look for an abbreviation, I just write FOR. And like tonight, when I write it down, I actually write NF. And I look at me and say, yo, that no look right, you know. I like that, you know. I prefer the FOR. Yeah. You know, it make me upset. I have to change it, star. I look upon it and it make me upset. Forest. FOR. All right, what do you must know? 3-1. Yes, I mean, I think anybody giving Sheffield a chance. Nobody now work with my theory. All right, actually, I work with my theory. Nothing to lose. 1-1 draw. Marlon said 3-2. I believe Marlon I watch a show about 30 seconds from the live, you know. Because him score them for the game, them are forward in late. 3-2. So I'm eventually soon see what I talk about that one, yeah. All right, people. So, you don't can sip on the screen what's next, you know. Hope and pray. All right, Man City, second place, 79 points, plus 50 goal difference. Wolves, 11th, 46 points, minus 7. All right, so as you can see, people, one of the few scalp them. Man City lost earlier in the season to Wolves 2-1. But I mean, I like to see who playing that game and why this even happened. I bet you Rodri never play or something. I know, you know. How I know? Brother, I never even, I just joke, you know. I know him did miss like one or a few game at one point, you know, but I never realized that one, yeah. But it make perfect sense because when him play them, no lose. Very rarely, at least. Well, the team won't look like this because De Bruyne will play. He wasn't even on the bench. Well, and I wonder how different. Well, Neto not around. Wang is back. Cunha is back. That's good. Semedo is there. Gomez is there. Lemina. I think Ed Nouri is maybe not going to play. Well, the rest of them I think is around. I don't think Dawson is fit. So yeah, their team will be different. Cities will be better than this. Yeah, I need a result, man, but it ain't happening this week, guys. I'm sorry. It ain't happening this week, man. Sad to say, you know. Sad to say. I need it to happen, but it won't. All right. I think City gonna win this one 3-1. I think Wolves will get a goal somehow, some way, but in the end, City is gonna win, man. 3-1 to the Citizens side prediction. Reluctantly. Almost suspended. 3-2. Yeah, man, the boy Diaz, the man, them kick him off our team because he can't speak Spanish to Royal card. Fresh set 3-1 City. Alright, respect Demo, because you know me, I gotta ask you, what's the actual score? 4-0. Duckland agree. Damien said 3-1. Bless up, you know, Dre. Big up yourself every time. Any weather sports, Dre, any weather sports. Subscribe to the man thing, people. City 3-1. Alright. And then Marlon said 4-0. So 4-0 are the most. Well, no, 3-1 are the most common. So 4 I will say 3-1, 3 say 4 love. So not a soul think Wolves have a chance. I believe that too. Dre, I know you're not going to say nothing about no other game. So we'll soon reach the Chelsea game. I think the game that Roger missed was because of the red card he got in the game before. Oh, okay. Yeah, because it was like a 3-game spell. Time to get a red. Or it was second yellow, so just 1 game. I'm not too remember. We spot on the bench. Yeah, man, him need for Dede, man, because the coach keep on and put Tyreek George. I understand the David one, because David Dede and I met the team from before, but sure. I guess I pecking other things still, because George Dede from the season start, so maybe my train longer with them and them thing there, but the man have to put whisper on it, brother. Every time, even if him not get a chance for run out, brother, just put him on the field, no man, or put him on the bench, no man. All on the people, man. Machine boy for lock off, man. Make like the show. Remember to like the video, people. Don't forget. Share it around, make them know. So yeah, we're live in a wee hours here. We have fans from all over the world. My brethren from Australia check in. If you want to know what to score them, just ask him, because at daytime tomorrow already. Okay, straight red, so I'm gonna get a nice bun. You know, something like that. Or maybe something like that would have to reach me from win the league, you know. Some kind of madness, red card business or something. You know? Alright, people. So, right, that's now you don't know. We have Aston Villa in a, well, I would say it's a Champions League race, but it coming like more like a walking, you know, them walking race, the Olympics are one of them race there, because neither one of the team them want to win or do nothing. You know, long Spurs they are 60. And them man they are 66 and barely can reach a 67 now. But I think this fixture right here probably come at a great time for them, because to me, Brighton look like them just mainly in the rest of the season, you know, to be honest, you know. The team not even really play deserving ball. You know, 1 and 2 times you see them make some decent little play and create some chance, but for the most part, them not really unsung like they were earlier in the season, or nowhere near to what they were last season. And to me, it does look like them just a play out the games. You know, them not really, them don't have much. They're like a rudderless ship right now, just drifting along. No sense of direction, no sense of urgency. Villa, on the other hand, the one thing I'll say about Villa, I'm worried about for them is just fatigue. Because in that second half against Olympiacos, especially, you know, until they got that, when they got the penalty and they missed, I think that gave them like a jolt of energy to try to come back in the game. But like at times in that first half and early in that second half, they look so tired out there, brother. Like everybody just look tired. Even McGinn, who you know never going to stop, him did even look tired too. I never really ever see McGinn tired. So I just worry about the legs for Villa. You know, when you look at it, he likes to rotate Diaby and Bailey for the most part. They both started. So I wouldn't be surprised if Zaniolo don't start this one. He's gonna have to rotate. I think you'll see Pau Torres and potentially Carlos back in the defensive line. Kanza might move back out to right back. Maybe he starts Leon again. Maybe he starts Diaby on the right and give Leon a little rest for the second leg. I think there will be some rotation. I'd be shocked if, of course, Ali Watkins will start again. He could potentially give Morgan Rogers a break. Maybe he's one that keeps his place, because he got subbed off a little earlier. So, I expect some rotation. I think that, as I said, Brighton, I just feel like they're not really doing much going into the end of the season, but at the same time, at home, if they put it together, they can cause some problems. I think João Pedro, this is what, his third or fourth game back now, so he should be somewhat close to, his peak performance at this point. So I expect him to have a decent game. But in the end, I feel like Villa does have a lot more going to play for. I do think that the weary legs going to make it tougher for them than it might be, but it need to be. But you know what? It's at the Amex. Yeah, I think the exertions from the midweek going to get to them. I really do. I feel like them end up dropping the 3 points late, and them end up draw the game 2-2. Yeah, I'm going with a 2-2, people. I don't know where the two coming from Brighton, because lately them can barely score a goal. But I do think a lot of that had to do with João Pedro being injured, and he's back now. And even last week in that Bournemouth 3-0, they should have scored like at least one goal. So I think they finally find the target, and they do it twice. And that's going to be based on Aston Villa just not having the energy to finish out the game, and Brighton going to get the equalizer later or something like that. So I'll say 2-2. Like I said, I don't think that should be too detrimental to them, because I don't think Spurs going to beat who they play, which we're going to talk about shortly. So yeah, I think they get the draw and somehow still end up further away from their closest challenge for the 4th place. Let me go to the chat and see what people think. All right. Midfielder can play anyway as well, and he has more to his game than Whisper. Yeah, no, I know George can play multiple spots, because even I see him forward on and play striker. I see him play attacking mid. I see him play left midfield, right midfield, all the way back to right wing back, left wing back. So the man's super versatile. That is true. But in that bench, or in that system where Pochettino play, where Mr. Tyreek Georgia play for the youth, I don't think he's going to play anywhere but Madueke or Mudryk role in the main big team. I don't think he's going to put Tyreek George now in the midfield tree, and him now put him a striker. So that being said, when you look at what they would have been on the bench for Chelsea first team, I think Whisper could have played where Madueke play in another system there. Not for 90 minutes, obviously, but he could have come on. I feel like he might have played the role better than George, if you talk about attacking wise, at least. Or at least on par with him, like similar type of level, Villa 3-1. Fresh got 2-0. Villa 1-0. Why I want to stay there? I tell you, RR said 3-1. Boy, RR nail. Yo, now I'm feeling like they might win too, but I said Bailey will score. I doubt it. How me assault up Ali now? 2-2 draw. Look like the first good pick you make from night, It took you how many? 6 games to make a good pick. Miss Damian one. Damian good get caught up, you know. Oh, I say my score last week. Yeah, so I never say which game though, fresh. You know, see him scoring at the European game. I never say that game then. I say him would have scored this week. So that not count for the week. The same week, man. Well, you wanna salt up Bailey this week, fresh. Alright, next game, people. Chelsea versus West Ham. Look at that. The battle for 8th, you know? It's rough out here. Alright, so West Ham slap up Chelsea earlier this season, 3-1. Let's see how they fare at the bridge this time now. So at one point, these two teams would have thought they had an outside shot to even maybe catch the 4th place about maybe 4 games ago, 5 games ago, but both haven't been able to have any sustained run. Chelsea, as you can see, up and down, drew with Sheffield, mash up Everton, get mashed up by Arsenal, draw with Villa, beat Tottenham, not bad. West Ham, on the other hand, draw, win, loss, and then a draw. So only 1 win in 5 for West Ham. Really stuck right there. Can't really get to 50 points. Chelsea still have a game in hand as well, 34. So, you know, let's see, Chelsea, they could get to potentially 57. Spurs have some tough games. You know, they could still maybe catch Spurs for that 5th spot if they win every game coming up. But in this fixture, Chelsea, West Ham, I think Chelsea have a bit of confidence right now after that 2-0 victory. But I do think that West Ham currently is like, you know, getting that front line back up and running. The likes of Kudus, Bowen, Antonio, Paqueta are linking and combining pretty well. I do worry about both the back lines of these teams. Even though Tottenham went there and didn't score a goal, I think that's more a symptom of just Tottenham style right now being a little stale. I think they're kind of running out of ideas offensively, especially in the final third. Everything looks a bit forced. It's not as fluid as it once was in attack. You know, Chelsea did a really good job of keeping them at bay, but I think part of it was just Tottenham not being quick enough with their passing and movement like they were at one point in the season. I think their team is getting a bit tired. But at the end of the day, Stamford Bridge and, you know, Cole Palmer will be playing. So I won't just straight up give West Ham the victory. But I do have a funny feeling that, I keep saying that, pause for the funny feeling. I have a feeling that this game will draw. I don't know why I go with so much draws today. But Chelsea, West Ham is going to be another Desmond. If you don't know what Desmond is, people, that's 2-2. Yeah, so Desmond for Chelsea and West Ham. And let me see what the chat's saying about this one. And Antonio to get on the score sheet again. I think Bowen score again. Cole Palmer get 1. And Whisper. No, I was kidding. Cole Palmer. I think a defender score. No, maybe not a defender. Conor Gallagher will score another goal and prove to Chelsea that him can't get that way. Yeah, say he would reach 20 last week. Well, that's when would I reach if he did score, like me did tell him to do. D must say 2-1 Chelsea. All right. But that rap been on Bailey knee for like weeks now. But there's talk about him not playing a team game. Yeah, I think that was what was leveled at him to begin with. But I think if you look at it, it's if you look at like the first set of games compared to like the last couple, the progression of how bad it did look in terms of not playing with his team to now, if that does continue on that same trajectory, him will be alright, you know. But yeah, him still have a lot to learn, Marlon. Don't get me wrong. But may I see the players them the whole U21 on the bench, and may I say John Star. If it's even for us, I don't know. Because me never think Tyreek George did go play. So it's clear he must have put some man on the bench who might not play unless somebody injured and some madness going. So me just say for this week now, like how the boss score 2 more goals and then go through and just fling him on the bench and just make him, feel how Stamford Bridge feel on the bench in the Premier, George get experience it last week, him not play. Just make Whisper do it that time, And I like him not earn it. He might do him thing same way. West Ham 2-1 over Chelsea. But I made it almost go with that, I'm thinking it a draw, man. Desmond. Actually say Desmond too. Goals after the Arsenal game. Brian Burke, bless What they about, man? RR say West Ham 2, Chelsea 1. Alright, RR. Where say Antonio? Marlon, good pick. Desmond as well. Duckland said 2-0 Chelsea. Alright, Duckland. Oh, fresh, me did miss it. Oh, no, me never miss it. 2-1. You see it. Be a jazz. I just RR. Gabriel Jesus or Jackson, who having a better season? Raw numbers, statistics wise, Jackson having a better season. Can't go around it. But me ask you this, RR. If you'd have a choice of one player or the other, who you picking? No, me never mention Mason today still, to be honest. Yeah, me know them did play today though. I know Barnsley played today as well. Even though Russell never play and Cole came off and they lose as well. So first time I pick Jackson because I'm always fit. Or I dead with laugh and pick Jackson. So if you say after you pick Jackson and you laugh after him, you go up and you feel and score for you. I don't care how much goal Gabriel Jesus missed. I still pick Jesus by my side over him. Sorry. All right, next game, big one Sunday. Liverpool Spurs. So, leading up to this game a few weeks ago, you'd have thought, yes, this is one that basically is a big one for the title race, and I would be dying for Spurs to beat Liverpool on this game. But if I'm being honest, if Liverpool pass me this season, then I can't win the league. So I don't even care if I finish second or third at that point, So I just want Liverpool beat Spurs because I don't like Spurs. I don't like Spurs. I hate Spurs more than I hate Liverpool. So I'd rather Spurs just lose and Liverpool just smash them again. You see Spurs beating them, I get beaten ever since them start catch up to Aston Villa. 4 love from Castle. Should I get 3 love from we, but we give a 2 goal. And then 2 love them get from Chelsea. So, on the other hand, Liverpool not faring much better still. Lost to Crystal Palace, lost to Everton, really knocked them out of the title race, to be honest. And then, drawing with West Ham as well, not getting 3 points there. So when you look at the last 5, it's not really good reading for Demo and his friends from Liverpool. 2 draws, 2 losses, and 1 win. So very rarely in the course of a season you look at 5 games from a Liverpool team and that's what you see. But that is where we are right now, people. 1 win in 5. Spurs not faring much better. I think they have 1 win in 5 as well. So, two teams that really need a momentum change right now. Liverpool and Spurs, I think last week the whole talk was, what's good with Salah. Some fans saying, boy, it was a deserved benching him now, do nothing. I think most fans, for the most part, said that. I think the only time it became a story was when they started to argue on the touchline. Then it was kind of like, I wonder what's causing this. Is it because him said, boy, how could you bench me? And now you want to throw me on when we are lose and, whatever. So, boy, I don't really know what kind of mind state Liverpool going to be in. I think, Klopp, I don't know, man. I don't know how motivated the players are right now to actually do this. Because I think in their heart of hearts, they'll know that they have a mathematical chance, but I don't think they expect, definitely not both of the title contenders to just drop a bunch of points right now. Even if one or the other does drop points, I'll be shocked if they both do and allow Liverpool to get back into it. So, they probably realize that they probably can't win the league anymore. And I wonder how that affects them. But I think right now, to be honest, I trust Liverpool more even in this little drop of form lately than I do Spurs. As I said, I do think Spurs has just, run themselves into the ground because they don't have a big enough squad and they just don't look as sharp as they were before. I think, Salah might have somewhat of a bounce back statement type of game just due to the whole, back and forth with Klopp. He might just want to score and just, run over to Klopp and just tell him for go and score a hat-trick and say, oh, you should have played me last week. That might motivate him to do something special in this one. So I think Salah has a decent performance. Liverpool, they haven't really kept much clean sheets lately, Tottenham haven't been scoring either. We gave them 2 goals. Anfield. You know what? I think Liverpool beat them, I'm going to say 2-0 Liverpool. Similar to the Chelsea result. Let's see what I want to say about Liverpool. Demo going for the draw. Yeah, no. Liverpool, they're not keeping a clean sheet, bro. I think they'll win the game, though. So I'm going to say 2-1. 2-1 Liverpool. Yeah, so I'm I watch it end up 2-0 now. Just come and change it. First set 3-2 Liverpool. Yeah, I'm really could have see Salah doing something like that, But I'm gonna say brace because 2 me say. Actually say 2-1 Liverpool. Liverpool is gonna beat them wannabe. Yeah, man, I would like that. Duckland say 2-1. Who is it? 2-1 Liverpool as well. Yeah, at least he was on the bench for real. He need to play next game because the midfield, even though they may have more possession, to be honest, still. So I like the midfield play bad, but the midfield, it just need a little bit of incision. Duckland can't wait for give him like a full side prediction, Or you get tired, Duckland, you go to bed. Alright, so that's the Liverpool Tottenham, and of course, as Duckland preview for it, last game of the day, or the weekend, I should say, which is gonna be Monday. Is going to be Crystal Palace Man U. Man U, 6 points off of that fifth place, so more than likely I look a bit far away for them, even though Spurs look like them stuck. So you never know. As you see the recent results, Palace, after winning 3 on the bounce, did only had to settle for a draw against Fulham. But another good performance from them in that Fulham match. I don't believe in Manu at all. Them have no defender. Them might get ready for the FA Cup final. Crystal Palace are going to give them 2-1, brother. Sorry, Manu. I'm not dead. Lukeland said 2-all. Marlon, me not get no score for the Liverpool Tottenham game here. If he did put it, me never see it. Crystal Palace versus Moo. Actually, said Palace 3-2. Demo said 3-1 Man U. Last week you bet on Man U too, and them let you down again, you know. 3-1. Fresh and Demo, I drink the same cocoa juice. I said, those, you know why am I sorry? Palace 3-all. I could have said that RR because Man U a ship goal, but I don't think Palace will give up 3 goals. Alright, so I'm gonna get Marlon last 2 score. Damien will text me because I'm gone. Everybody else might have a score. Yeah, so Marlon, may I give you a few more minutes for give me the last 2. Liverpool, Tottenham, and Crystal Palace, Manchester United. Just let me know them 2 score them, Marlon. But people don't know, you know. Them time, what time now? 1 o'clock? Alright, cool. So I go to bed, wake up about 7, drink up some tea, ready up myself, wash my face. Yeah, man. Arsenal Bournemouth early kickoff. I like them game in a star. I hit mash up Liverpool last weekend in a star. The early business, you know. Nah, I reach for the Gunners. Yeah, man. So, yo, people, you don't know, you know. Maybe Marlon will comment underneath and we can try to get the rest of them. But he have till weekend. So when I book him in the streets or send him a direct message and make him send me the score them. I'm sure Damien will message me as well. But you don't know, people. When we do the recap show probably Monday night because we have the game. No, Peter, I never touch on Andre Blake this evening. I'll probably end up because I'll probably do the recap show for the EPL Monday, so that leaves time for the Reggae Boys this weekend. So what I'm gonna do is I'll probably do a show tomorrow night, maybe a shorter version show, just recapping how the Reggae Boys did on the Saturday and touch on any Reggae Boys news from the week. So definitely I will add in the Andre Blake news that I read about today. Of course, it's making the rounds that he is a bit disgruntled with Philadelphia's philosophy as far as building the team. Thinks that they had an opportunity to, really go for some trophies, whether it's MLS in CONCACAF as well. And he just feels like, they keep developing players and letting them go and just starting over and over. And feels like they've done that for pretty much the most of his career. And he just feels like at this point he may need a different step in his career. So, bit of a stalemate between all the parties. They want to extend. He might not be quite ready due to the difference in philosophy and what he would like to do with the team. So yeah, that should be big. Brian Burke, I will not be streaming live or anything in the morning. I have some things that I have to do like pretty much right when the game done. As a matter of fact, a little bit before the game done, I'll have to probably be making a move. So I really wouldn't want to do that to people watching the live and then have to stop, in the middle of the second half or something like that. So yeah, it just don't make sense for me to stream the game live tomorrow. So more than likely, if I do have a live show tomorrow, I will go live, probably not as late as tonight, but sometime in the evening just to kind of recap the day. And there were some things that I did want to touch on as far as like what Peter Mystic actually brought up there about Andre Blake. I did want to touch on that, but just didn't really have the time to get through all of that for the show this evening, but definitely this weekend. Let's see that call it with Philly. Yeah, that's what it definitely look like. We say Inter Miami, boy, Drake calendar over there. Maybe them sell him and get Blake. Not the same couldn't play over calendar, but them already have a starting keeper still. Yeah, Brian, would I do it for sure? Any Arsenal game I can do live mode, but just time wise, it now really work out for me to do a live stream. Afraid of what, man? Nah, man, fresh. Me not stay so. I troll, you know me not stay so. I can take my beating, man. If me forget the beating, if I my turn, me then just get the beating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all right, 9 game. Yeah, cause we miss out the one today. I really forget say a Friday game this week, you know. I'm gonna do the show Thursday night and done. You know, I'm not afraid, man. But yo, people, big up, you know. Been over 2 hours, people. It's 1 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. You don't know. Respect to all those who did pass through, even if you never stayed the whole time. We still have the respect that you even showed up and give you the time of day or the time of evening, I should say, time of night. You know what I mean? We went through the EPL predictions. We discussed the JPL semis to take place. Also did a little recap of the quarterfinals as well. We gave kudos to the JFF for finding opportunities for the young Reggae boys. Happy that they were able to go to Turkey, play that under-18 tournament. Still had questions about the selection process, why we use certain players, why we never take back certain players who we maybe used before. Some, offered that perhaps it's because, the players that we used, you have professional engagements, have things going on. So I accept that point. But again, just want to see, where that is concerned, just the vision of the JFF, like, when they get these tournaments, do they think of these things? Do they have contingency plans in place? Maybe that's why they took this tournament, because some of these players would be available on those times when maybe others wouldn't be. So they want to get them prepared as well. So if they're thinking about these things, great. If they're just kind of pulling it out of thin air and then on the back end, they can make it make sense by making up something, that's not so great. So hopefully they have a plan for all these things. And, sadly, I can't give them the benefit of the doubt, though, based on track record before. Also, we touched on the U17. Very happy that they're getting so ahead of everything. The qualifiers not until January. They're already playing practice matches in, May, the start of May. So that's excellent. Having camps already, a few of them overseas. Also having camps in Jamaica already. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hopefully this is now the blueprint moving forward, where, it's a full, what is that, about a good 6 to 9 months of preparation in terms of squad building and everything, and then then you can have an actual squad prepare over a length of period of time, instead of 3 months before trying to pick a squad and get a squad building camp set up. No, this is a much better timeline. And actually, if we're being totally honest, if the qualifiers are in January, you'd probably want to be having these camps like January before. But this is an improvement, people. So Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm not saying it for perfect right away, but this is a good step in the right direction. I just hope that it can be sustained, because I know that it is a big financial task trying to get all these moving parts in one place, to have eyes, or the same set of eyes on different players in one setting. I think that's the best way to find the best team. Sometimes it might be difficult if you say, okay, we need 10 from this set and 10 from this set, which is what I think we've tried to do in the past too much. We need to have the players training in one area, one environment, training together, accepting information at the same time, and then they can be evaluated at the same time as well, which I think would make it easier for the coaches, easier for the players to assimilate to each other. But again, that's something that we have to work towards, something that's going to take a financial backing and some financial investment. So hopefully, as people see that the JFF is getting a little bit more strategic in how we try to prepare for these tournaments, then we might see some more investment coming in from private sector, public sector, whoever would like to help. Because one thing I know is the more professional it looks from the outside, the more of a chance professional people will want to get in with them on the inside. So that's my last final parting words, people. Again, Long may that continue. All these opportunities are out there. We can find opportunities for these young people to get developed, get training, get to see, how things are done at a certain level, play against certain opposition as well. So, the more we can do that, get these opportunities for the kids, the better off we will be. Again, my name is Jason Gooner. It's been my pleasure bringing you this live show tonight. Gonna get a little rest. Come on, you Gooners. And you see below my name, Knicks as well, people. Knock out some Philly boy. We not like cheesesteak again. Go. MB and them boy, they go up. Yeah, man. New York Knicks, people. It's tough being a Knicks fan. Tough being an Arsenal fan. But we never switch, people. Loyalty. Yeah, man. So, yeah. Them time the people. We're out of here. Thanks again for all the support, people. Big up on yourself. Yeah, man. Look out for some more live content this weekend. And definitely going to drop some shorts when I can as well. So just look out for the content, people. Turn on your notifications, and you don't know, like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Jason Gooner. Respect again. Bless up.